Fala pessoal, tudo bom com vocês? Eu sou o Hernani, bem-vindos ao canal Old Gamers. Galera, pronto, aí minha cara, faz tempo que vocês não veem minha cara, né? Por isso tava crescendo de inscrito. Se começar a cair inscrito de novo, eu não vou mais mostrar a cara de novo, galera. Vocês estão vendo aqui, é mais ou menos meu cenário novo, galera. Tô trabalhando nele ainda, falta algumas coisinhas. Falta meus LEDs RGB aqui dentro, vai rolar, mas o gabinetão já tá ali. Canequinha do Old Gamers, ó. Meu controle. Galera, esse aqui é um vídeo de um react aqui. Foi postado pelo canal Joewon Song. Tô pegando alguns trechos aqui do Forza pra gente acompanhar junto, galera. Vamos que vamos? Então vamos ver como que tá esse Forza Horizon 5. Lembrando que no canal do cara, eu tô colocando o link aí no canal dele, galera. Vai tá em 4K, tá? Quem quiser assistir. Eu não consegui fazer a renderização em 4K aqui porque meu computador ainda não tá dando conta. Mas vamos que vamos pra esse react, galera. Só lembrando, pessoal, antes de dar continuidade no vídeo, a gente tá tão perto dos 1000 inscritos, galera. Ajuda aí, se tiver um amigo aí que curte games, tá? Ô, dá uma indicada aí, galera. A gente tá em 831 inscritos. Falta 169, galera. Se cada um chamar um amigo e compartilhar, pô, compartilha esse vídeo. Se você que tá chegando aqui agora ainda não for inscrito ainda, se inscreve aqui, dá uma porrada no sininho, deixa um like pra valorizar o vídeo e o canal, beleza? Vamos pro react, galera. Bem-vindo ao Festival Horizon no México. Tá cada vez mais perto aqui do Brasil, hein, galera. Cara, olha isso, que sensacional, tá lindo demais. Lembrando que ele tá rodando no Xbox Series X, tá, galera? Esse que a gente tá vendo em vídeo agora. E tá em 4K se vocês verem no canal do cara. Cara, olha que lindo, velho. Olha a praia, mano. Isso é louco, mano. Eu amo Forza Horizon, velho. Olha, velho. Perto do vulcão, né? A lava. Olha na chuva. Meu Deus, como eu amo dirigir na chuva. Olha isso, cara. Meu Deus, olha a praia.
That means no attention grabbing clickbait rubbish or deceiving video titles, just honest truth. Something which, let's be honest, is pretty hard to come by here.
Eu queria o som do jogo, galera. Vamos ver se vai rolar. Nossa senhora, olha isso, cara. Tempestade de areia. Esse vai ser o mapa, né? Ah, não, esse é o mapa do 2, pô. Tá a França ali, tudo. Galera, eu vou pular essa parte, tá? Eu quero ver o gameplay em si. Pronto, agora a gente tá no gameplay em si, galera. Vamos ver como que tá aqui. Nossa, mano do céu. Ai, meu filho, tira esses bagulho da tela.
VIP is crazy in this game. Furthermore, if you drive a convertible car, you can.
Olha que da hora que tá as ruas, cara. Parece tipo rua das casas aqui do litoral, né?
I have a funny feeling this is all
Mano, muito louco, velho.
Especially in Forza Vista with the newly added ray tracing. It helps you all to progress through the game together, removing all the problems you might face.
Galera, aqui já é uma parte de corrida aqui. Tem umas cortadas aí nas falação.
It will prompt you both to join up and complete it together. Think of it like Anna, but much more social.
Nossa, olha isso na floresta, gente. O realismo.
Instead of completing different PR stunts that happen every hour,
Horizon
Arcade is a new way to play the game with new people in quick events that happen.
Meu amigo AG que gosta de umas pinhatas, hein? Jogador nato de Viva Pinhata. Olha, mano, passando no lago, que da hora, um rio, sei lá. Nossa, tá lindo demais, velho. Vai ter Ray Tracing. Eu tô cagando pra Ray Tracing, velho. Eu quero um jogo da hora, assim, rodando 60 quadros, mano. Olha isso no deserto, mano. Galera, teve uma live também que o pessoal da equipe de desenvolvimento do jogo fez. Dá pra clipar ele com só... Porque os caras fizeram, tipo, eles comentando lá. Dá pra clipar e pôr só a imagem lá. Se vocês gostarem desse vídeo aqui, se der bastante repercussão, eu faço mais um desse aí, tá ligado? Já com mais gameplay. Mas esse aqui já dá pra ter uma base, hein, cara. Tá lindo demais, velho. Olha que da hora, cara. Eu queria ver como que tá no One, cara. Pra gente que tem o One, inclusive eu. Não vai tá tão lindo assim, mas, cara, se tiver jogável da hora... Que, nossa, olha isso, cara. Não sei se eu vou conseguir jogar no meu One. Meu Deus, cara. O legal daquele vídeo é que dá pra você ouvir o áudio dos carros, né? Vou tentar pôr um trechinho aqui no final, galera. Se ficar até o final, eu ponho um trechinho dele na edição, já sem eu aparecendo. Nossa, olha, correndo no meio da floresta, mano. Que da hora. Nossa, eles pegaram o que tinha de melhor no 4 ali e melhoraram mais ainda, né? Olha que barato. Cara, tá sensacional, velho.
Either way, I can't wait to see how deep this feature goes, but I'm hoping they take the Forza Horizon free approach, and we can upgrade festivals to make them bigger and better. That was easily my favourite thing about Australia. Now, gift drops is still a thing that's confusing a lot of people in the community.
Meu Deus, olha essa iluminação, cara. Olha a chuva. Nossa, olha, cara. Os cenários estão lindos demais, velho. Detalhe, eu não tinha visto esse vídeo, galera. Tô vendo junto com vocês. Olha o... Cara, meu Deus, tem ray tracing, não é possível, velho. Olha. Nossa, tá lindo demais, velho. Olha. Tá bem a cara do México mesmo, né? Que da hora, cara. Ah, aquelas zoeiras que tem, né? Tipo umas gincanas. This is where your imagination can run riot and create practically anything you want within the game's limits. You can create races, challenges, and completely new game modes. The best thing about it, you can do all of this with friends. It's not a single-player experience like Forza Horizon 4 Super 7, unless, of course, you want it to be. Event Lab is Playground Games giving you their tools and basically saying, go nuts. Nossa, que loucura, velho. Cara, só no drift, mano. Você é louco, eu consigo fazer isso, cara. Doideira, man. I can't wait to see what the Forza community comes up with. I will mention quick that festival playlist will be making a return with changes, of course. But the best new addition is the ability to get your event lab creations featured every week. É aqueles negócios que você só vê em vídeo que você não vai conseguir fazer, né? Isso eu tenho paciência de ficar tentando, mano. Olha. Ah, braço. Nunca. É legal, interessante, né? Dar uma estendida no gameplay, mas pra mim as corridas em si. Cara, olha que lindo, velho. Galera, pelo que eu tô vendo aqui, tá chegando o final do vídeo. Só reforçando, galera, se não for inscrito no canal ainda, se inscreve aí. Aquela porrada no sininho. Deixa o like pra valorizar o vídeo do canal. Me fala aí se vocês gostaram aqui do cenário novo que tá ficando pronto. Beleza? Grande abraço a todos. Old Gamers!
Streams and rivers that go through it, and all the Smashable, as Andy just drove into some of them, mangrove routes as well. But yeah, as I said, it does connect our tropical coast into the jungle. So if you are coming off of that, you'll have to career your way through all of these winding little rivers or roads to get onto that as well.
Yeah, we saw a little bit there as Andy drove through it, and we will see it again in just a second. I think the water in here is just so beautiful. The colour of it is just feels so tropical and gorgeous.
Yeah, we noticed when we looked at lots of reference, there are obviously tons of different colours of water, as you get different sediment, and this being a Horizon game, we really wanted to celebrate the beauty, so and make it feel like a swamp you really want to go to.
Which is
I've always wanted to go to a swamp, and I was wondering if there's an ogre in this one, but if not, I suppose it'd be fine. Is there anything else around in the swamp that players can expect?
Yes, we've got little settlements, there's little rural farmlands sort of connecting it up. to break up some of that water. So so there's lots of interest. I think there's even some wild dogs floating around, well, not floating, running around. But yeah, I think we're actually going to start driving into the jungle now as well.
Oh, perfect. So we're going to connect straight into the next biome, are we?
Yes. Yeah. So, I think Andy's found a dog he wants to harass.
Is it floating?
leave him alone, Andy. Don't be mean to the dog.
So one of the cool things about the jungle is that it's all over the map. We've actually got different types of atmosphere and the way the fog behaves, I guess, because the jungle's really humid. It's there's lots of foliage. You get all those really cool light, like God rays coming through, shafts of light come through. So as you go down to this biome, it's almost completely different to another area of the world, even though it could be the same time of day, because the atmosphere is so much more dense and humid. And it makes for these really cool gameplay moments of, punching through to this really mysterious bit of the game, and then straight out into a farmlandy bit. So it's a moment of calm as you drive through, and then back into the cool jungle bit as well.
Yeah, and in some areas of the jungle, just the absolute density of all that foliage, it really starts to feel almost claustrophobic and enclosed.
It's a bit muggy, doesn't it?
Bushes around. Yeah, I think when Don mentioned earlier that you should bring your bug spray, I think this is what he was thinking of.
I have to ask, was there any particular forestry or jungle in Mexico that inspired the basis of the one in Forza Horizon 5?
This is a really good question, actually. So with every place, we look at an absolute ton of reference. We really try to be as honest and recreate it as well as we can. And there's only so many things you can fit, or the time you've got to fit it in the game. So we try to really capture the nuances of what really does make this thing feel like it is in real life. And we did that with the jungle, and we were kind of it looks okay. What's missing? And one of the teams said, hey, have you watched Predator? The classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, because that was actually filmed in a jungle in Mexico. So we watched it and realized, hey, there's this bush that's everywhere. So one of the plants that you can see in the game, we've aptly named the Predator bush. And we put it in and we went, oh yeah, it looks kind of cool now.
I love that. Wonderful. I will interject here and say we're driving through a temple now.
Yes, Andy has discovered something. While we were still talking about Predator bush, Andy has snuck ahead and headed into Ekbalam, which is this incredible temple site, which is based on the real life location of Ekbalam, which looks kind of like this. It is just this ancient temple site just jutting out of the Mexican jungle. It's just so full of mystery and intrigue and history and culture. Yes, it's an incredible place to go and explore.
It really is just so cool being able to come out of the thick jungle and just see all these amazing temples. We've got a few scattered around. We won't touch them just yet. We'll surprise you with some more later on.
It does allow you to get really up close to those ancient architecture though, and really soak it up and really feel like
a volcano. This is the largest geological feature we've ever done in a Horizon game, and it comes with some great features of you can see everything from the volcano. Wow. You can look at the whole map. When we get to the top, we'll have a look. It features the two largest switchbacks we've ever done as well. So the one we're on now, and Andy's about to do a drift zone. Good luck. Is the asphalt one, and on the other side is the dirt one.
Yeah, the dirt route especially, it gives us one of the most amazing downhill rally trails we've ever had. It's amazing.
You can probably glimpse it when it catches the sunlight, but just how much more detail we put into the road these times round. There's lots of cracks. As you actually get to the top of the volcano, the road actually deteriorates quite a bit. It turns to a cobblestone road right at the top, because we actually found that in reference as well, that maybe they didn't want to tarmac all the way, so we tried to recreate that. But yeah, there's all these potholes and everything. It just makes for such an interesting drive because there's a lot of switchback.
And what sort of gameplay are players going to get up on the volcano? I mean, throughout the seasons as well, are seasons going to affect what we see up there?
That is a perfectly timed question, Charlie. So if we just take a look at if we just take a look at that rock face in front of us, and we hold that in your mind, and then if we
dip the feed, as we've mentioned before, we've got localized weather this time round. So if it's raining on the volcano, and you drive all the way up, it'll actually turn to snow, which is really fun actually, because again, it really adds to that immersion of making it feel like you're really there.
Yeah. As we see as we come up here as well, the snow just gets a little bit deeper, a little bit heavier as you come up the side of the volcano. It's just as you say, it's a really great seasonal experience, and it's one where you just get a different experience each season as you come and revisit these same biomes.
Yeah, just constantly keep changing the gameplay up as you go through it. It's quite cool how much this one biome, the volcano itself, changes over one season as well.
I mean, it sounds like a pretty significant biome in the sense that, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm probably fishing, but it's a biome that's going to be visible from almost all areas of the map as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have a look in one of the races, which is actually it's quite far actually from the volcano, but yeah, you can always see it looming in the background.
It's actually a really great feature for an open world game like this to just help orientate yourself when you're just basically wherever you are on the map. You can kind of spin the camera and go, volcano, and you can kind of work out where you are and get your bearings using it as a
it also just helps you, if you're just unsure of, maybe what season am I in, just look at the volcano and the amount of snow will tell you.
Up there. I also love that Andy is fully doing my style of driving now, which is I need to go left, so I'm just going to go through whatever I need to do to go left.
And yeah, this is the caldera of the volcano, which is in other seasons a tiny little pool of water, which is quite cool to slide around or splash through, and then when winter it freezes over, as you'd expect. Should we duck away again and change season?
Yeah,
but yeah.
That particular magic spell wasn't immediately to hand.
Yeah. Again, this has got all the rocks we see here are all captured via photogrammetry, as is a lot of the plant work. There's all this awesome marram grass that was all, hundreds of thousands of photos were taken to try and accurately represent that. In fact, so are the textures. Also, all the surface you drive on has been pretty much recreated from photos of the exact place.
There's a cool little volcano research center over here as well that you will have to visit.
What that was actually.
Yeah,
you have to visit there and do some research at one point in the game.
You do. There's a rather impressive satellite on the other side. We're not going to go round to because it is a developer build, and I'm terrified.
It was purple recently.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be purple.
It was purple. Should we jump off the side of the volcano, Andy?
This sounds like the first thing I think many people in chat would like to do. I mean, many of them have been asking if you can drive through some of the billboards, but maybe we'll save that for another time, folks. Let's hurl ourselves off a volcano instead.
Yeah. Andy. So, as Connor said, the views from up here are absolutely spectacular. You can't see the whole map in one frame because the volcano is kind of in the middle of the map, but as you drive around it, you can see just all around you. It's just like this. Looks incredible.
What?
And now we're going to cruelly steal away.
People have been clamoring for, so let's take a look.
So no pressure, Andy.
So what race are we looking at here? What details can you share today?
So this is the Emerald Circuit. It's a road race and an asphalt race. It's really cool, and we've picked it because it straddles two of our biomes. So right now we are in the living desert, where you see all these awesome cactuses and rocky formations. And then as we come around this next corner, we kind of cross over into another biome, which is the rocky coast. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the rocky coast, we actually caught a little snippet of that at the very beginning of the trailer. That awesome rock art that we have, we've taken from Kavos and Lucas.
It's ours now.
It's ours. So there's a ton more of that coast to go and explore, and there's also all these amazing luxurious resorts because we wanted to give the game another holiday destination. And there's golf courses. There's all these nice luxury chalets to go and explore and totally trash the gardens.
Make a nuisance of yourself. And we did see just a second ago as well that volcano you mentioned as well was looming in the distance.
Yeah, I guess that gives you a sense of scale about where we are on the map versus that and how far away. Obviously, it took us quite a while to drive up the volcano, and we started from halfway up. So that might give you a sense of scale of how big the world is.
So what else is going on around this part of the map then? What else are we looking at?
Yeah, so one this side, the rocky coast, is pretty much we've got two coasts. We've got the tropical coast on the east and the rocky coast on the west, and it's actually amazing how different they can look. So they've got different types. They've even got different types of palm trees. They've got lots of different types of foliage. The water's even different. So on the tropical coast you get all the more emeraldy, white sandier beaches, and on the rockier coast the water's a little bit more turbulent. It's a different sea. It's a different colour. The beaches are slightly different, and as the name implies, there's all this great geology to go and drive around and race around in.
That's a cheeky little corner there. Are we going to see Andy win this, by the way?
He is well practiced, so I think he is in with a shot.
Yeah.
Keen-eyed viewers may have noticed as you went through the start gantry, it says Horizon Apex on the gantry there. That Horizon Apex is one of the festivals that you can open as you're playing through the campaign, and it's a festival that's all about road racing, asphalt racing, high-performance cars on really nice tarmac like this. So, and that's just one.
Yeah. Better off. I am wicked, you're insane.